Hello, everyone, and welcome to Snack Time.
Welcome to Snack Time, everybody!
Yay!
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 Henry, you don't sound excited.
Yay! I'm super excited.
You still don't sound excited. This is
I'm jealous
unacceptable. We're playing Captain Toad.
Because you guys have played Captain Toad and I haven't played it yet, so I'm super jelly.
Well, I mean, it's out. It is available at retail.
I know it's out.
Let me start the stream by saying you should probably play Captain Toad as soon as possible.
If I had $60 for every time I heard that, I would immediately go out and purchase Captain Toad.
You just need to have heard it 2/3 of a time then. Because it is a $39.99 product.
Oh man, yeah, the American dollar is so strong these days. Though it's probably like $100 Canadian or something.
That's
That's probably not true.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, this game looks amazing.
So I'm going to start by going to the first level because that seems like what you do when you start by showing what a game is.
Okay, was this the first actual level, or just
Graham, that's why you're the head honcho. You come up with factual, sensible statements like that. First level, it is.
Is this the first actual level, or
This is the first level.
Okay.
If you've seen anything of this game, you've seen this first level. So, just quickly, you're Captain Toad. You remember Super Mario 3D World where you had those Captain Toad levels? And then they were great?
Yeah,
and then, you said that you would buy a whole game of that? And remember when you were
I did say that. Yeah. Well, yeah, you were. I was you and myself, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, they made the game we wanted. And it's here, and you can buy it. So buy it.
I did.
Yep, I did too.
One step ahead of you. Okay, good.
I haven't bought it yet.
I am in lockstep with myself.
I'm
not a step ahead of myself because I don't know. I'm not a time traveler yet.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Man, if you could have gotten Captain Toad a day earlier, though, that would have been even better.
I'm playing really badly right now, but still.
Why are you playing badly? How can you possibly be playing badly?
Graham, did you forget you can't jump in this game?
No,
yeah, you can't jump. I know that.
I'm just talking at the same time, so
okay.
running into things, not aiming turnips correctly, and things like that.
Okay. It can't be as bad as when Andrew is playing Spelunky while trying to talk at the same time.
It can be. Remember when I was playing Dynamite Heady?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, but you were on a really hard level. That was tough.
The first one.
No, I was.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's difficult. It's difficult to play and talk at the same time. The only one I found easy to do was sort of Mario Kart because that's my jam. And like trash talking, and we were just trash talking, right? And I do that all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But usually when you're playing a single player game, you don't talk a lot.
So
I talk to myself all the time.
I should mention before we go on, the whole thing is you're collecting a star, and you can generally collect the star pretty easily. But the idea is to collect these gems while you collect the star.
What did the gems do, Graham?
They give you gems.
You're a treasure tracker, and those are treasures, so you must track them. And then collect them.
Track them, yeah.
After you track
that part.
Yeah.
My favorite of your little companions that show up is the yellow dude because he's just sleeping all the time. That's what I would be doing.
I hate that guy.
What?
Yellow
He's the
Toad?
best.
Nah, get out of here.
Nah.
Blue Toad is superior to Yellow Toad.
Well, he's the one who actually sometimes gives you stuff, right?
Right, which is also like in just any game, Blue Toad's preferable to Yellow Toad. So
I just like
Captain
him.
Toad's the best Toad.
Well, yeah. No, I think Toadette's the best Toad, actually.
Well, is Toadette a Toad?
Yeah.
Or is Toadette a Toadette? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Toadette is a toad.
I'm sorry.
Toadette.
Toadette is a part of the Toad race.
Yeah.
The race
and
of
Toadette's
Toads.
the best Toadette. Toadette may be better than Toad, but Toadette is not a Toad. I'm going to go in one of these cutscenes because I love these cutscenes.
Please do.
Because they're just the best. They're interactive, too. They're like, for some reason, you can just walk. Like, they let you walk in. I don't know why that's...
Because
it's just adorable.
Great.
Like, hello.
Yeah.
Turn off the light.
It just kind of demonstrates just how amazing...
Turn on the light. Turn off the light. Oh,
how amazing this game looks. And yes, you can turn the headlamp off.
It's not just doing that, but like it's just adorable. Oh, look at little sleepy Toad yawning. He's little Toad. He's yawning.
Graham, are you gonna be okay?
Oh, I'm gonna be just great thanks to this game.
Okay.
This is exactly at the end of this year. Can we talk about this year and how much we needed this game at the end of it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
It's perfect.
Yeah. It's like therapy. Game
yes.
therapy.
It's cheaper than actual therapy too. So.
Yes, you cannot get therapy for $39.99. Trust me.
Unless you know some people, I guess. But that's
No, probably
not
still can't.
therapy.
Maybe your insurance will cover it, but
yeah.
maybe you could get your insurance to cover Captain Toad. Oh man,
I need
want
this
that insurance.
for medicinal purposes. Please.
Yeah.
Captain Toad. There you go, Henry.
Oh, thanks.
So, okay, so now that I've shown sort of some basic stuff, let's get to some Toadette levels because they're the best. Because
Toadette is the best.
So, anyone you think we should go to that you remember, or should I just pick out something good?
Just pick one.
Okay.
Just pick one. I'll let you.
Let's go to the water park.
This might sound like a slight, but I don't remember the levels that well. But I would remember them if I saw them. So
yeah, this one I think is a pretty good one.
I do like the Floaty Fun Water Park. Yeah, it's just a great name too.
It is.
I want to go there
because it's fun and it's floaty and it's a water park.
And it has
Captain Toad.
It has the Goombas in the little
Floaty
tubes. Yeah,
that's pretty cute.
They're great.
Hello.
Have those Goombas in the tubes appeared in other Mario games before? Or just this is the first? I can't remember. It seems familiar.
I'm just gonna assume they're called tubas, and then.
Boo.
Yeah.
That's no, I can't boo that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, tuba. Yeah, or tumba, tuba.
Tomba.
I don't know.
Tumba is something else.
Tumba. Does this game look better than Mario World, 3D Mario World, or am I crazy?
I mean, this game looks great, and that game looked great. This game you can kind of. The thing I really like about Captain Toad, right?
One of the many.
One of the 8,000.
Yeah, there are lots of ways I like Captain Toad, but one of the ways I like Captain Toad is how you can just kind of. Just chill, you know? Enjoy the area. There's no time limit. You can just get in here. Like, I'm using the zoom right now. And you just like, hello, I'm Toadette. Look, I got this. You can see all of this.
Got this cool flashlight going on.
We can come back in here.
So, confession time.
Yeah.
I played through about 3/4 of this game, not even realizing there was a zoom in function.
Yeah.
But it gave me an excuse to go back to some levels where I missed some stuff, and it actually helped a lot.
So this is like a public service announcement. We're helping people make sure to zoom in.
Zoom in is pretty useful, especially with some of the later stages.
Oh man,
super
it's
tricky.
so adorable. Okay. But so I actually use the zoom function a lot because I did a lot of my play on the gamepad, and I'm actually looking a lot at it right now.
I could see that being more useful on the gamepad.
Yeah, where it's a slightly smaller screen. So it's helpful to be able to really see what you're doing on it. I mean, you can see everything and just do it that way, but I don't know. There's something about that that's a little better. Oh man!
I will say again, just a weird might be just a personal thing, but like the reason I didn't zoom in a ton in this game, outside of not knowing it existed for a little while, is I couldn't rely on it for too long for some reason. Playing zoomed in kind of made me like it felt weird.
Yeah, but you can't see everything. Like, I wouldn't want to do all your problem solving like this.
Yeah.
Like, one thing is, like, I generally look at the whole thing, and then when I'm moving around, just to make sure I'm hitting everything I want to hit, I'll zoom in that way. Yeah. Hey, look, there's the Goombas. You're standing in the wrong spot, Goombas.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh,
Poor
no.
Goombas.
I only got one of them. That's too bad. I'm not gonna...
Those Goombas just want to swim. They just want to relax at the floaty fun water park.
If they just wanted to swim, they wouldn't be chasing me while they're swimming. You know what I'm saying?
It's in their nature.
Yeah, you can't... Now we're getting philosophical.
Exactly.
Does one blame a Goomba?
Does one?
What a Goomba does?
You know what? I mean, honestly, I like to, if I can avoid stomping on Goombas, I will.
See, here's the
no,
thing.
You won't.
You know?
Come on, Andrew. You're a bloodthirsty maniac. We all know.
Yeah, you're right. I kill all the Goombas.
It's not.
If I miss one, I go back and I go after them.
Yeah, in this level, the bonus is
so I can kill it again.
You get the bonus in this level by killing all the Goombas. So I thought I'd see if I could.
Oh, you do, eh?
I clearly can't right now.
I didn't do that. I didn't want to kill any of them.
Yeah.
But I had to for the bonus.
Wait,
so
I have a question. If you can't jump, how do you kill things?
You fall on them, or you throw turnips.
Yeah.
Well, or you use turnips. Okay, well, how is Graham going to kill these fishy things?
You don't.
I'm not going to do that. But most enemies you cannot kill. You cannot hurt them.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's not that kind of game.
That's kind of the fun of Captain Toad. Is it's since it is an action, it is problem solving. So you just gotta you gotta figure out how to make it work.
I will say one thing in favor of Captain Toad over Mario is Captain Toad is well equipped to deal with booze.
Yes.
With his handy
headlamp.
Headlamp, yeah.
That adorable headlamp. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. Captain Toad's real good. Oh, I got a bonus level. I'm gonna go do a bonus level. Show you guys bonus level.
Oh, is this the coin? The coins?
Yeah.
Coins?
I actually had tried to save some stuff for this, and I'll get to that later. There are a couple of levels I haven't played because didn't need to complete them to beat the game, but I wanted to save something for this. So I'll let you guys decide. Cherries or pickaxe?
I always go pickaxe. It's more fun.
Pickaxe.
Plus, you get that awesome remix of that DK song.
Okay.
So good.
Did this game end up on your guys' top 10?
I guess you'll have to find out. Now,
I just spoiled it.
Yes.
I didn't know we were doing
I can't wait. I'm very impatient.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, it did.
Yeah. it actually just squeaked in there. Like,
ooh, okay.
Yeah, because my list was mostly finalized before this game came out, and I was like, all right, I gotta wait for Captain Toad.
Leave that open.
My list was prepared for Captain Toad, so.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I had a good feeling this would make it, just because. Honestly, those Captain Toad levels in Mario 3D World were my favorite part of that game, and that was a fantastic game. So
look,
it's not a slight against the rest of the game. It's just
this is basically the same scene again, except for it's got Toadette in it.
Yeah.
So it's just as good, if not better.
It's slightly better.
I think I like the atmosphere of that environment a little better.
Yeah.
This happens during the day, you know.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I just think Toadette's adorable when she's like all angry.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting. The more you think about the plot of this game, the weirder the plot of this game is, because like,
yeah,
like they get kidnapped and then the other one's looking for them, but they kind of don't chase after them, but instead just go after other treasure, and then halfway through they're like, oh right. The bird just flew by. Okay, I guess I gotta go do the bird thing.
I don't know. I like to think of it as they are finding the treasure on the way to tracking the bird.
Maybe they're tracking the treasure and they know that they're holding a star, so they can track a star. And they're like,
here's
is it
the
this
thing.
star?
That bird is clearly a fan of also a fan of stars. So if you follow the trail of stars, you might eventually find the bird.
This is true.
And I think that's the logic. I'd like to think they wouldn't want to abandon their adventure partners, adventure pals, so easily over treasure.
I'm gonna show a minecart level.
Those are pretty neat.
I don't know how this. You're gonna see the.
Oh yeah.
The TV screen and not the gamepad thing. So you're just gonna see me aim. I mean, just know that on the gamepad I'm looking through and aiming.
Yeah, these levels, you aim with the gamepad in first person, but you don't on the screen. It just shows the minecart. I will want another nitpick about this game.
Okay.
I wish you could, unless there was a way to do it, and I just didn't realize it. But I wish you could turn
the tilt off.
Yes.
Yep.
Because there are many situations where I mean, the tilt was useful for these, I think. But
I think specifically I think specifically these levels, you don't want to have both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
You may, for silliness' sake, want to do the actual aiming thing, but the problem is when you get excited and accidentally start moving and aiming when you're doing something important and you miss stuff.
Even just on regular levels, I found it kind of annoying because
but there it doesn't come into play that much. So.
Yeah. But it was just like I said, just a minor nitpick. It's just like, man, I just wish you could turn that, because there are basically no options for this game except inverting the camera, but there should just be one more little option for turning that off. But
yeah,
well, it's not a big deal.
So here's what I'll say though: this level is a perfect example of how Nintendo has built a whole thing where you get it in a cart on a track, and then just use the gamepad to look around at things. And hit the button to shoot them. Now, instead of shooting them with turnips, you shot them using a camera, and instead of Mario enemies, they were just Pokemon. Then you would just have Pokemon Snap, and then we could play Pokemon Snap again.
Yeah, that would actually be nice to play another Pokemon Snap. That was unexpectedly good, and now I can't think it would cost them a lot to make another one.
And just imagine, they have the engine. Here it is.
Here it is.
Just make
just throw some
of those
Pokemon
tracks.
in there.
Nintendo seems terrified at releasing Pokemon anywhere near consoles, though.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
there's some of that.
Well, I do know why, but
it's the Pokemon Company, and Nintendo doesn't wholly own Pokemon, so it's one of these weird things. Like,
no, yeah, I know. Yeah,
like the Pokemon Company itself is not necessarily responsible for selling hardware, so instead it puts it out on the most common system.
That's a good point.
But it just makes so much sense.
It does, it does.
I mean, the
Wii U put that up with like a Dungeons and Dragons game on the Wii U is like top 5 of like ideas.
My other big one was Fatal Frame, which is coming out in Japan at least, but I don't think we'll get it here. It'd be great if we did.
I mean, we got the pseudo Fatal Frame Spirit camera for the 3DS, but that did not turn out so well.
That was a bad game.
That's another way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, for a second, I thought you said the pseudo Fatal Frame, and I was like, no, they'd never released that one here because he actually worked on the first one for the Wii in some capacity, which we never got. Although there was a fan translation for which I haven't played. I want to check out sometime.
Yeah. And
I was excited there for a second.
That one, there was also a European release.
Oh, that's how you get that gold mushroom.
Oh yeah. By the way, I just showed you guys how to get the gold mushroom.
Yeah, I kept looking at that seems obvious now, but when I was playing this level, I was like, what? How do you get up there? You can't.
Like just knowing you fall down that way is not obvious.
Yeah.
So. Okay. As a change of pace, I'm going to go into some of the bonus levels. Not the late bonus levels. I'm trying not to spoil those completely, but I will go back. Recognize this place?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Chute, scoot, slopes? Try to say that really quickly.
Nope.
I won't.
You can try if you want, Henry.
Nope.
We'll give you a second. Okay.
No, I'm good.
But yeah, man, Captain Toad's just like the best dessert.
It's pretty delicious, yes.
Like it's thinking it's a good game, but also just like.
So.
Hey, wait a minute. This is a level from 3 World. In fact, it's the first one.
Yeah.
Hey, these bonus levels actually, I didn't quite. These particular ones didn't really scratch the same itch.
Yeah.
I think the stream went down, Graham.
Did the stream go down?
No, wait. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Carry on.
Yeah, I know we're having a little bit of issues here for a second or two.
We're good now.
Okay. Great.
Anyway, yeah, so these levels, I don't know, they were kind of neat, just like getting to explore the same levels that you did in 3D World, but as Captain Toad, but I don't know. They're kind of boring because there really wasn't much puzzle solving to be had because you didn't really have to.
It's just sort of silly.
Yeah.
It's a bonus,
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I think some of the other bonus levels in the game are actually really, really cool.
Yeah, the in-game bonus stuff, not the you have Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of that is they built this in the Super Mario 3D World engine, so it was probably kind of the easiest thing in the world to just let's just add these things that we've made, add some ladders in there and just let them run around.
Yeah, why not?
Like a little silly dude.
He is very silly. It's like, Captain Toad, you're no Mario. You can't do this.
You can't jump around.
But you do tap things to get blocks and stuff, so that's cool.
Yep.
And you can break boxes and all that fun stuff. You can stun the Goombas.
You can stun the Goombas.
Because I just imagine this is Captain Toad's testing out his psychic abilities and breaking blocks and stunning Goombas with his incredible mind powers.
Of course, in case you don't know, this is canonically a prequel to Super Mario 3D World.
Isn't that I don't know, that's kind of a spoiler there, Graham.
I don't think it is because people said it when it was announced. It is a prequel.
Okay. They did actually say that? I didn't know that. I was legitimately shocked when the game ended and stuff happens and I was like, man.
Well, very little happens. The plot, despite being not at all important really, is also like, yeah, of course. It's kind of weird though, Yeah. The last thing of like, I don't know, going through all these trials and tribulations, then just, taking off. it really casts 3D World in a new light.
Yeah.
You know? Captain Toad running away from his life.
Poor Toadette, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for Toadette right now.
She's just... They were adventure partners. Adventure pals. Adventure people.
Yeah.
Is this game multiplayer?
Nope. I mean,
nope.
You can have friends sit around and be like, hey, how about you do that? And that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's
the
first day I got it. There were friends who were just like, "Hey, can I come watch you play Captain Toad?" And I was like, "Yes, you can do that."
You have some very dedicated friends.
I don't know. It's just fun. Look at Captain Toad. Look,
that's actually...
you know what you're doing right now, Henry?
Oh God.
You are watching me play Captain Toad.
Yes. You're right. And I'm not even in the
same
same
room
as
you. And you are having
you.
a great time.
I am. I'm having a blast.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think that sums up. I think actually, your review just went up today, and that I think that was actually the entire body of your text is Captain Toad. It's just fun.
Yeah, basically,
pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, I wrote more words than that, but I probably didn't need to.
No,
I really liked the complaint of could use more levels. Anytime a complaint is that the game was too short or didn't have enough stuff, usually means that the game was really good and we wanted more.
And it usually means that it's Nintendo. Like,
yes,
Nintendo's the only developer I know that doesn't beat things into the ground. Like,
no, they don't really.
Because you think about all the time and effort spent into putting these assets together. It's like, why didn't you? Why didn't you make 2 more levels with bullet bills? You know?
Yeah. Question: Would you rather have too few levels or too many levels?
Oh, I would definitely rather have too few levels. Yeah,
too few for sure.
Yeah,
you can replay the good levels again. Too many. I would say 90% of the games I play, the word repetitive is probably the worst thing for me in a game. Like, I don't mind if things are challenging or different or hard or weird or scary. Repetitive is killer. I'm like, what? I don't understand the point of doing this except to pad out the game.
Yeah.
I'd way rather an amazing 5-hour game than a okay 15-hour game for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna go to some of these late game levels that I intentionally held off on for the stream.
Do it.
Oh man,
I know. I don't know the solutions to these, so let's see how it goes.
Let's watch Graham's brain work in real time.
Yes. Okay. What we got here?
Ooh, this one's fun.
Okay, that did absolutely nothing for me.
Yeah, actually, and this one actually took me a little while too, because it was like a couple of the gems. Well, specifically one of the gems, which is actually I think the first you're supposed to get, according to the little thing on the top of the screen, was the one that took me the longest, and it was really obvious. As with most solutions in this game, it's like super obvious once you figure it out, but in the moment you're just like, I don't understand.
Oh, hey.
Gotta shift this and this and
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got that one. Now.
So the question remains, Henry. Have you bought yourself a copy of this game yet? During the stream,
during the stream, the 20 minutes that we've been doing the stream. No, I haven't yet. But Christmas is right around the corner.
It's not close enough. You need to right now.
No, it's
what are you doing? It's still like 2 weeks.
Well, I don't know. I got a lot of games to play, guys.
This is a game. You should play it.
I'm still working on Smash Brothers and other things.
What is this?
What is this character you've created?
I was stretching and I sounded like a Yiddish mother or something. I don't know. I'm definitely going to play this one. It looks a lot of fun.
Okay.
I will say this game.
I promise. I've played a lot of games you guys have recommended to me.
Yeah.
Even though the ones I didn't like. But most of the times when you've recommended me a game, once in a while, but very rarely, I would take your guys' recommendations over almost any other game.
I want to know what. Have I recommended something that disappointed you, Henry?
Witcher 2, but that's not your fault.
Oh, man.
That's not your fault.
That's just you being wrong, though.
I'm just weird. I know I'm wrong. I know. But that doesn't count. Everything else you guys have recommended me, I've really enjoyed.
So it means you won't take my potentially inevitable recommendation of Witcher 3.
I am playing Witcher. I'm building a PC right now.
Oh.
I hiccuped also. Doing 2 things at once. Hiccuping and I'm going to build a PC. Should be ready in the new year because all the releases I want to play right now, like Shadow of Mordor, Far Cry 4, Dragon Age Inquisition, all these big games. I'm playing it on a PC and maxing the graphics out to the moon. So I'm gonna be ready for Witcher 3 when it comes out.
So you're holding off on new consoles, then I take it.
Well, and at the same time, I'm saving up for a PS4, but it's tough, you know. It's an expensive time of year.
Yeah.
Kyla and I just went to Vegas and had a really good time, but Vegas is not a cheap city.
No.
So yeah, all in due time. In due time, I think when Final Fantasy.
Speaking of Vegas, you know what's not a gamble?
What's that? Captain
Toad. Captain Toad is a sure thing.
Yeah, it is. It's about 4 hands of blackjack. If I won 4 more hands of blackjack, who knows what could have happened?
You could have bought more copies of Captain Toad.
Could have bought more. Do you guys know how sales are doing of the game so far?
I mean, we don't have sales for it
Just came out, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not even like a safe jump.
A week ago.
What do I do here?
Conundrum.
It hit like.
It is
I don't think I can fall and land on all of them, right? It's not. It's not a thing you can do.
I know the solution.
See.
Oh. See?
This looks too difficult for me, guys.
Remembering which way the panels go is the difficult part of this one.
Henry, are you trying to talk yourself out of getting Captain Toad now? What is this?
No, not at all.
This is like the 80th level or something.
Yeah.
That's not true. Like the 70th level, something like that.
Yeah, this game actually, that's the thing. This game actually isn't that tough. I mean, it's got some moments, definitely, especially in some of the bonus levels in the later game stages, but
bonus level.
It's just like the difficulty is just right. I felt it wasn't like you never spend too much time on one level, just enough to be like, oh god, I can't figure this out, and then usually it clicks, or you leave and come back to it and figure it out. But like, it's never like a situation where you're just I'm
gonna go do the cherry one this time.
Okay, good idea. You never have like a situation where you're just kind of stumped. I think, you know what, I have a recommendation for your next level. Unless you want to do.
I have an idea for one after this, and then you can tell me if it's not the one I pick.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So don't say anything yet.
Don't say anything yet.
Okay. Because collect those coins. Go.
Because I feel like it may be the thing I'm about to do.
Probably.
So this one might be familiar to some of you game fans out there.
Fans of video games?
Yeah. I don't think there's any video game fans here.
I don't like video games, guys. Sorry.
Oh, well, you know.
I do like Captain Toad. That's not a video game, though, I don't think.
It's really not. It's just more of like a really good interactive fireplace, you know?
Yes.
You get to do this. You get to zoom in, you go light on,
light
off,
great.
light on, light off, light on,
great.
light off. Yay! Okay.
This actually was not what I was thinking of, but this level's great.
I am being too hasty.
I just really like the look of this level. Like,
I know, it's real good.
Fantastic.
Look at this. Hello! They even do a little like neon outline to Toad.
So can we talk about Captain Toad's amazing idle animations?
Yes.
And how they're the best? So I think my favorite, that I might have known about ahead of time, because, I don't know, someone was talking about it on something I listened to, and they mentioned it, but
yeah,
it still was cool because I had forgotten to go on a train. Well, there's a couple levels on trains.
Yeah.
And there are beds on the trains, and if you stay on the bed for, like, you know, enough time for him to do an idle animation, Toad will just fall asleep on the bed. Just, you know. So I was sitting on a bed because there was a gem I needed to get in that room or nearby, and I was like, I'm gonna look around while he sits here. And as soon as I glanced over at Toad again, he was sleeping. I was like, Captain Toad, what are you doing? You can't sleep on an adventure.
You're fall asleep on the job.
Man,
you can't do that.
It looked like to his credit, it looked like a comfy bed. So I don't.
It is. I mean, everything in this game looks comfy.
Except the enemies. Well,
as enemies go, they're pretty comfy enemies. You know what I'm saying?
Snuggly, yeah. Lots of shy guys and Goombas, you know.
Man, this snuggly is. Look at this thing, dude. Hello, I'm Captain Toad.
I don't like these jerks though. The guys that throw the.
Oh yeah, they're not great.
Nah, they're jerks, is what they are.
Correct. Do they still like somehow get that giant spiky ball like out of their stomachs?
Yeah, it just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Really don't want to think too much about the logistics.
They got some really bad heartburn going on or something.
When Toad gets tiny, the colors on his head reverse, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah,
that's new. I think that's new to Captain Toad. I don't remember how it goes in the new Super Mario.
I haven't seen that before. That's pretty cool.
Mario 3D World, but that's cute. Man, Captain Toad, guys.
I know, right? And the pickaxe, especially on this level, is funny because it's the Donkey Kong thing.
Yes. So, nitpick number 5. I don't know. I wish you didn't have to do the blowy thing with the
it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's fine. It's just a bit of a I don't mean for this game, but I've seen other ones. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. They don't usually overdo it. Right?
I don't mind the touchscreen stuff as much because I don't know.
All right, so what level would you want me to do? Andrew?
I was going to suggest one of the boss levels, particularly one with our good friend the lava dragon.
Okay.
Maybe the first one, or I don't know, whichever one you.
First one seems like a good idea.
Yeah, those. So it is so this game essentially only has 2 boss fights, but you repeat them a few times. But
also, like, boss fights were not going to be very good in this game, so they smartly made them straightforward and easy to just get out of the way.
They're just like slightly faster paced normal levels where you have to worry about an enemy trying to kill you all the time and not stop you getting your treasure, basically, which is no good. Captain Toad needs his treasure.
I mean, at the very least, he needs to track it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And anything that gets in his way, or Toadette's way, I don't like it.
Yeah. So he spits out this like smoke stuff, and you kind of just hide behind panels.
And then you have to slowly make your way up the tower to get to the star while he's trying to stop you. You know, honestly, if I was this dragon, I'd just like eat Toad, just try to gobble him.
Yeah,
that seems more
I'm assuming
effective.
it's not that kind of game. God, this game looks gorgeous.
Right?
It does.
Just imagine, like, here's the thing, 1080-60.
Yeah.
You know, like you're seeing it on a low quality stream.
Yeah.
But let me tell you,
it still looks
better
good.
in motion.
Also, like I think since I'd say Mario Galaxy, Nintendo has really kind of nailed this particular aesthetic for Mario.
And specifically, that's EAD Tokyo.
Yeah.
Which is the team that made this game, and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. That was that team's first game.
That game was fantastic.
Yep.
I never played it.
That team has not made a bad game. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, Galaxy 2, 3D Land, 3D World, and this.
Yeah. Amazing.
3D Land was the one on the 3DS, right?
Yes.
Did they really go did they really go from Jungle Beat to Galaxy? There's a bit of a gap there.
That's quite a jump.
I mean, it just took them a long time to develop Galaxy, as you can imagine.
True.
Well, it was worth it.
It's not a large team, you know?
Yeah. Which is even more amazing to me.
Yeah, no kidding.
And they just took like one warm-up project, and then we're like,
they're like, okay, we're gonna make one of the best games of all time, guys. We got this.
that was probably their meeting. It's like, all right, Super Mario Galaxy, one of the best games of all time. Let's do it. They mentioned that. But yeah, I want those games. I want those games to be re-released on the Wii U. I'm surprised it hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah,
but I'd
just be okay with just like, here's the exact same game, but we made it 1080p for you.
Yeah, that's all I want. That's all I want. Like
I have seen less legitimate ways of doing that, and it looks great. So
yeah, they don't need to do anything with those games. Just put them in put them together, one pack, sell it for a discounted price, and there you go. You know, Wind Waker was a bit different because that game was a lot older, but those games looked like Mario Galaxy looked incredible when it came out. The only problem was it wasn't in HD. So
I mean, the thing with Nintendo is it's always like, we need a good reason to do that. Like that's why, like, every time you hear the people talking about like not wanting to do a Pokemon Snap, it's like, well, we just needed like a thing to use this like printer for. So now we don't have that. So why would we do that? Like, because you can and it would be good is not a good enough reason.
People would buy it.
Yeah.
You get money. I mean,
That's never been. It's weird. That's never been. You know what? I think that's, for better or worse, that logic is starting to break through to Nintendo. You know, like I think the DLC plan thing is like, oh right, we can just keep selling more Mario Kart to people rather than trying to make a game that will sell 1/30th as much.
And we're okay with this.
Yeah.
This is not something that's gonna.
They're doing it well.
Fail.
You know, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Plus, I think gouging. That stuff makes the wait for the next Mario Kart, and then when Smash Brothers starts getting DLC, the next Smash Brothers, a lot easier because they'll probably continue to support those games for a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
And, the fact that Mario Kart, I mean, I think people kind of scratch their heads at the fact that when they announced the 2 Mario Kart DLC packs, the second one was coming out in May 2015, but in retrospect, that's really smart because you space them out, and maybe that's all the DLC we get for that game, but that's a really like it'll get you to pop that game in again in a few months, even if like the first like you'll play a ton of the first DLC, be like, okay, that's good, and then it'll be just enough time between them to make you think, oh, more Mario Kart, great.
Yeah,
you know?
and it keeps people from trading things in immediately, which I know has been a thing for a lot of companies. But you know, like. It's good that Nintendo had tried it out, because Nintendo definitely did that with Mario Golf first. And it was pretty good there. I think it's better in Mario Kart. I think it's just, whatever. I think Mario Kart's a better game. Mario Golf's very good, but, you know, I think having a racer
you're comparing
show off,
apples to very, very large oranges.
Well, right. Also, like, having racers to show off while you're playing with your friends is a little different than, like, picking a different golfer kind of while you're holding it in your hand on the train, you know? Like, oh, look, I got, you know, Shy Guy. Like, that'd be great, I guess.
No, Shy Guy is great.
Yeah, but, like, Shy Guy is great in Mario Kart. Shy Guy in Mario Golf is just like, I don't know, I probably could have just used, like, Toad or something.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Why isn't Captain Toad in Mario Kart?
That is. Why isn't Captain Toad in Smash? Why isn't Captain Toad in everything?
Yeah, he should at least be an assist trophy in Smash.
Yeah. Can Captain Toad be DLC? Can we just?
Sure. You know what? Honestly, would not surprise me if they do.
I imagine not jumping might be difficult.
Well, I mean, like I said,
I guess his up B could be like spawning ladders or something. He'll just ladder
I think he'd be a good assist trophy. I don't know about playable character, but I'd love to just see him in the game in some form.
I would like a patch that replaces all the characters with Captain Toad. Yeah?
Well, yeah, that'd be a very different game.
Yeah.
Why don't they just make a Captain Toad sequel, but instead of it being based on the levels in 3D World, they just make a version of Smash Brothers with just all Captain Toads?
I was with you when you said a sequel to Captain Toad, and I'm still with you. There's really nothing you can do. I would play another Captain Toad. Oh, hey, I let it
Has there
go to this menu.
been another game with similar mechanics to Captain Toad that they could sort of cross over to? It seems kind of unique.
I mean, in a
like
way,
it sort of Pokemon Snap.
In a way, if there's anything like Captain Toad, it's maybe like the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong 94, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Because there are ladders and collecting things and stuff in that game.
Right.
Keys and stuff like that. But I mean, the whole thing is this diorama puzzle thing is kind of.
That's really cool. Have you found any Luigi's, Graham? Oh, sorry.
I have seen them.
Yeah. You can't actually do anything with them. They're just kind of scattered.
Yeah.
Luigi's always watching.
There's one in the train level where it's a little 8-bit Luigi running to the train.
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty cool. Oh my god, that's Yellow Toad. He's sleeping on the job again.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was like, what? Oh
no. Sorry, I was taken aback by Yellow Toad.
Let me find another good level here.
So I was gonna say something. Oh, so Graham, you mentioned in your review. I haven't played any of these games. Something I need to correct eventually, someday. I will. Yes. I promise.
Okay.
Pushmo.
Yes.
So, yes, those games seem fun. I mean, is that like in terms of comparison? Is that a good comparison?
I think if you like one, you will like the other. It's not like the same sort of gameplay, but the idea of like, let me just sit back and look at this thing and figure out how to go about it, and then go about it. It's similar in that way. By the way, I picked this level for a couple of reasons.
Guess. One of the reasons is idle animation.
The other reason is also idle animation. See?
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. It's adorable, but he's so cold.
Yeah. Get him a coat. Yeah. Captain Toad, what are you doing?
We'll let you rest in a second, buddy. We'll find a spot here for you to rest. We'll find you a space. That's what we're gonna do.
Captain Toad needs an adventure coat.
He does. I'm sure there's one in that backpack, right?
No, it's just full of treasure.
Why doesn't he like stop and put the treasure somewhere, or sell it, or
well, if you notice,
sell like a tiny bit of it and buy a coat?
If you notice in the cutscenes with at the campsite, you'll see his tent is already like bursting at the seams with treasure. So I don't know where else he would have room for the treasure.
Like maybe he's got enough treasure, you know? Maybe the sequel is like a dark middle chapter
Captain Toad's stock purchaser.
Like, it's almost the like Uncharted 3 of like, look at your actions. You've taken all the stuff from everybody, and what do you got to show for it? A big pile
he's not taking anything from anyone. He's finding it first.
He's tracking it.
He's tracking it.
Yeah, right. This guy's a thief.
What? I will not have you, sir.
They should call this Captain Toad.
Sir.
Dirty thief.
Sir, I will not have you besmirch the good name of Captain Toad on this program.
Man, this guy should be in jail. His next game should be Captain Toad Breaks Out of Prison.
I mean, I'd play it because Captain Toad.
Yeah, I know you would.
I would love to see how Captain Toad breaks out of prison.
We got our new it.
I'm going to commit murder.
Done. What?
This game's
not
pretty
that
dark.
Kind of game.
Yeah. Just don't think about it.
I like how the idle animation for being on the bed kicks in immediately.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to wait for that one. He's just, yep, I'm out.
You're carrying around that heavy backpack all the time. I'd be pretty tough.
Captain Toad narcolepsy.
Let me get him on the pillow here. There we go. Sorta. Yep. Oh, buddy.
You got to think the bad guys that get jumped on Toad got to be really embarrassed. Because they're like, okay, how did you die? It's like, well, Toad jumped on me. And they're like,
they don't have conversations about how did you die.
Yes,
they
do.
They respawn.
No. They respawn, or there's Mario Heaven or something like that. Like, the Goopas to get, like, stomped on by Mario are like, yeah, I got killed by Mario when he was invincible. Like, not much I could do there. How'd you die, Bill? Like,
so like
fell
like
on me.
a weekly
fell
meeting.
on you. That's embarrassing.
A weekly meeting for, for fallen comrades to discuss how they were dispatched. And yeah, you'd hate to be the one who says, everyone's like, yeah, it was Mario. Yeah, Mario as usual. And then you're the one who says, oh, well, Captain Toad fell on my head. Captain Toad just threw a turnip at me. There's nothing I could have done.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just a brief aside,
okay,
completely unrelated to Captain Toad.
Okay.
I want to make a game recommendation.
Okay.
Just because I think it's a game worth talking about real quick. And it's one of those things you might not even really consider it a game. I do. I think it's neat. But so there's a game that came out called Elegy for a Dead World.
Elegy?
Sorry, Elegy. Yes.
Elegy.
I realized as I was saying that I said that.
Yeah, you knew we were going to let you
Andrew, are you from a Quantic Dream game?
Yeah. Actually, yes, I'm voiced by the man who voiced Ethan in Heavy Rain.
Okay.
This game looks gorgeous, Andrew.
Yes. Elegy for a Dead World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of an adventure game, but not. So this is a game where you explore planets, and you basically, as you're exploring, you write stories about what you're seeing.
Ooh.
And it is. There's not much to it in terms of gameplay, but it is basically a game where there are a number of prompts you can select. There's like kind of the default. You can have it completely blank, so you just start. Write whatever comes to mind based on what you're seeing. There's all different prompts based on like this is from the perspective of let's say a teenage girl that's exploring this planet for the first time, or like you could kind of get into different mindsets based on the prompts they have there. And there's also a really neat component. They've actually sent this game to a number of schools that are incorporating it, like ESL students learning English for the first time, kind of using this in their classrooms to like basically learn how to write. And there's a specific like prompt in the game for that purpose. So if you know someone who primarily speaks another language, it's not English, and
I got a pet,
wants
you
to
guys.
learn, what's that?
I got a pet.
You do have a pet.
Look at my pet.
That's adorable.
Yep.
This level was great in 3D World.
Yep.
I don't know if I can handle any more adorable.
You can handle so much more adorable. You can handle $39.99 more adorable.
Yeah, I agree.
I believe in you.
But yeah, Henry, you strike me as a creative person.
Right.
Yes.
Sometimes it happens.
Yes. Sometimes you are accidentally a creative person.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, this isn't a thing that you're going to play a ton of, but it's a really neat experiment, I think. And
yeah, it hasn't been tried before.
I'm okay with experimental games. I think those are kind of cool to play once in a while.
Yeah.
It hasn't, like Graham was about to say. It hasn't really done much before or at all, really. I don't think. I can't think of another example of a game like this other than like Mavis Beacon teaches typing, which is something entirely different because you don't actually write stories; you just type. Right. But yeah, like it's a really neat idea. Like I I wrote the first Planet Export. I wrote about a race of rat people who were wiped out due to their own ignorance and the fact that they used their incredible gift of technology. You made Captain Toad dizzy.
I did.
Aw, poor Toad. To use it to basically they were their own downfall essentially. You know, not a great story, but I was pretty happy with it.
That seems cool.
I don't know. Yeah,
where can you procure that title?
That is on Steam right now.
Okay.
And you can. Oh, that's another cool part. If you just kind of want to go there and like read, you can. You have a full already a decent library of stories, and you can upload your own story, and people can basically give it a thumbs up if they like it, and that you can just recommend to friends and stuff like that. It's just a neat little little experimental game. I think it's really cool if you like writing and you want something to prompt you to write a neat little story and explore some really gorgeous worlds. And I like it a lot.
Yeah,
cool.
And actually, the coolest thing about it is I actually backed this game on Kickstarter because it just sounded really awesome, and it was supposed to come out next spring. But they just this past weekend we're like, hey, here's a beta key. The game will be coming out soon. I was like, oh, okay,
Andrew,
cool.
Should we show some of these bonus levels?
Yes.
Okay.
Why not? Why not?
I'd say
they're sort of extra post-game stuff.
Yeah, let's show at least one. I think.
Unless we wanted to stream me playing Castlevania for the Nintendo, I say we go ahead with these.
We could do that one day.
That's never gonna happen.
Aww.
Well, I'll host one day. I got to figure out how to do all that stuff.
I'm holding you to that, Henry.
Good, yeah.
But yeah. So like,
hold me, Andrew.
no, sorry, Henry.
Don't say sorry to me. I'm not the one holding somebody.
Hello. I'll even rescue you, Yellow Toad.
You're a real funny guy. He's awake this time. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's fully awake for this. He's
partially awake for this.
He's awake enough. This game came out way sooner than it was supposed to. This game, being the elegy for a dead world. Yes, I know I said elegy wrong again. My brain is fried.
Okay, buddy, don't worry about it.
I don't know why I say that word wrong sometimes. That game's great. I like it. It's weird. It's different. It's very creative-minded, focused, and not as adorable as Captain Toad, I will say, but it's
nothing is as adorable as Captain Toad. If you only buy a game because it says adorable as Captain Toad, you will not buy another game in your life.
You know what, sir? I typically, 99% of the time I would agree with you, but there's a game that exists called Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Kirby's Epic Yarn is pretty good.
Cute.
Yeah,
it's pretty cute.
At the very least, this is better than Yoshi's Woolly World, even though I think Yoshi's Woolly World would be pretty great. This is more adorable.
I can't say until it is out. I need to play it firsthand to rate it on the adorable scale compared to these other games. But I can see it being up there. Yoshi's pretty cute too when he wants to.
Oh come on, Blue Toad.
Is Blue Toad being a jerk?
Blue Toad is just getting lost. He's just a little
Blue
sad
Toad
boy.
Yeah, this level's pretty cool. It's it proves that your fellow adventurers don't have no idea where they're going at all times, even though they happen to show up in like a lot of levels that you show up in. So I don't know how they get there when they seem to just be lost all the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
kind of strange.
Yeah. Maybe you sometimes carry them in your backpack and let them roam free occasionally. Get some fresh air.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You don't know what's in that backpack, man. Other than treasure, it could be dark secrets in that backpack. Maybe that's why it's so heavy. Maybe Toad is weighed down by his past. He can't escape it as much as he wants to. He wants to jump and be free, but he just can't.
Oh, Blue Toad.
That's my Captain Toad fan fiction. I'll let you know when it's finished.
I am excited to read it. Are you gonna write it in Elegy for a Dead World?
Yes, I will write it in Elegy for a Dead World. Now, if I keep saying it, I'm just gonna keep saying it like that. I'm just gonna say it like that all the time.
That's fine.
Unintentionally. Okay.
Yep.
Can I just say, speaking of things that are actually morbid, the
great.
Yeah, no, but seriously, compared to everything else in this game, when you lose a life, the
Toad Skull,
this cold Toad Skull, that's morbid.
Yeah,
it's terrifying. That's the least adorable thing.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Like, it makes you not want to die in the game.
Right, which I guess is what the game wants you to do.
True.
Can you guys do an impression of the noise Toad makes when he dies?
Your turn, Andrew.
Is it the usual? Does he go? Does he do the "Oh no"?
Like what is he? I don't know. Does he even make like a noticeable?
He just kind of makes like an exasperated
sort of.
I know what he says when he says when he starts a level. I know what he says when he starts a level.
What does he say?
Let's go on an adventure.
He says ready for adventure.
Oh, ready for adventure. Okay.
Did Toad just infiltrate our podcast?
Ready for adventure!
I swear, I just heard him. There he is.
I'm really glad that someone besides me is finally doing a voice in this podcast. Well, except for Henry, who just puts on accents.
No, Henry
he does not do game characters so much.
He's always putting out a voice, I think.
Oh, you know,
one day we'll hear the real voice of Henry.
Never know my real voice.
I think right now we're speaking to Henry the character.
That's right.
Not Henry the person.
This is Henry the podcaster. My real voice is probably my Mario Kart voice. Whenever I talk like that,
it's just you, but angrier.
Yeah, no, that's me. That's me. Oh man, this game looks fun. So while we're watching Graham do this awesome bonus level, Andrew, have you been playing any other games we want to talk about? Maybe mention or Graham or?
Honestly,
I haven't been playing anything too exciting. I've just been going through Tales of Exilia 2 and Smash Bros. Slowly and
basically the same stuff as last time. Smash Brothers. Still making my way through Dragon Age. That game is never going to end. I don't think.
Man,
I'm okay with it though.
That's really
cool. We're not going to have a Dragon Age snack time, so I'm happy to say I am glad that game's really long because it's good. I don't want it to end.
It's also a really good end of the year game because it's like, okay, I feel like I've cleared most of the stuff off of my plate that I wanted to play, so now I can just really deep dive into Dragon Age and just like focus on that since there's really nothing coming out for the next couple of months. There's a couple of things here and there, but I think Dragon Age is going to be the thing that keeps me busy. I still need to play Far Cry 4. That's on my list. I got that game at launch along with Dragon Age, but I realized as both of them arrived in the mail that one of these games isn't going to be played very much in the next couple of months, and that game is actually not Dragon Age. So that was my mistake, but I'll be ready for it. I did play something else recently. I played a little game called Never Alone, which came out on PS4 and Xbox One and PC, and I think it also came out on PS3 and maybe Xbox 360. But it is a indie platform. Kind of evoking. Well, stylistically, it looks gorgeous, but in terms of gameplay, it kind of reminds me a lot of like Limbo. It's kind of environmental puzzles and stuff, and your character has real weight to them and stuff like that. But it is entirely focused on the kind of Inuit culture, and the whole game takes place like in that culture, and as you progress, you actually unlock little like documentary clips about those people and their culture, and it goes along with the what's going on in the game, and that stuff it's almost like it's a game where you learn something as you play it, which is always
crazy
nice.
talk.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I learned a lot from Captain Toad as well, but I actually might have learned a little more from Never Alone. But yeah, it is.
You know what I learned from Captain Toad?
What's that?
I learned that I'm never alone. Captain Toad is always with me in spirit, and that makes me happy.
I don't think I've ever heard Graham like a game as much as Captain Toad. Is this going to be like your #1 game of all time?
No.
Ever? Why not?
He's
just Captain Toad, man.
I believe we've established that at the moment that is Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah.
But Captain Toad is my favorite game of all time whenever Captain Toad is directly in front of me, because Captain Toad is adorable and you can't think about anything else but Captain Toad.
He's just kind of intoxicated by Captain Toad.
Yeah.
And what's it like having your #1 game of all time not be like 20 years ago? That must be nice.
Well, I mean, before this, before Awakening came out, I did write my favorite game piece for Snackbar, and it was.
Are you saying we need to update that?
Well, maybe we do need to update that.
Yes, maybe.
We could. I mean, you know what? Favorite games change. If there's a change that needs to be made.
But before that, it was Paper Mario, which was only 14 years ago at this point, so it's not crazy far. But like, I don't know. I mean, there are good games from all eras. I was actually just talking to someone today about Snoopy and the Red Baron for the Atari 2600. That game's really good.
I thought you were going to mention the one on PS2, which is also pretty good.
That's pretty okay too. It's not like favorite game of the era level for me. But,
I know. I'm just saying.
like you can go back and like I like playing Combat. That game came out in like 1978. That game's great. So
I have very little Atari experience myself.
Yeah, like I have Home Pong. Home Pong is probably the best game you could play at home in 1974. That's my favorite home game you could play in 1974.
I don't think I can disagree with that.
Because I'm pretty sure it's the only one you could play at home in 1974.
Pong is a classic.
But like Pong, you could still have fun playing some Pong. Like actually Pong, like original actual Pong is way better than modern versions of Pong because it's analog. Right. Like the dial just straight up like works. It's not like based on pixels or anything. It's just like it's kind of crazy.
Have you played an original Pong machine before?
An arcade machine?
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't. Again, I have the home version at home.
Yeah, who needs arcades? You can just play games at home.
Yeah. No, I haven't played an arcade Pong. That's one of the things I haven't.
It's nice.
Yeah. I imagine you played it in Rochester.
Yes, I did.
Yes, the Strong Museum of Play.
Yes, the Strong Museum of Play. I think that machine might be not available to play anymore.
Yeah.
Although they do have on display the brown box.
Oh man, yeah, you can go like play the brown box.
Play the brown box.
Yeah, I guess we should mention that. Yeah. Ralph
Sorry.
Bear.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. To be fair,
he lived a good life.
Yeah, he did.
A full life.
He saw all of video games.
Yeah.
Including the release of Captain Toad, which is as good as video games are going to be. So
that might just be the last game he ever saw, which is probably the best.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of audio issues.
Uh-oh.
I think we're good now.
Okay.
It's just a hiccup. Well, yeah, almost. But let's we'll close out. But I want to do one more level. And Andrew, what level should I pick?
Oh man, I feel like we've gone through. I don't know. No, man.
We've done some cool levels.
I can't think of a level off the top of my head that I've already played. Should do a level with the clear pipes. There's one in particular, I think, in the third book? The level with the clear pipes. I just one I'm thinking of in particular in the third, maybe the third episode.
Okay.
I can't. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's there. If not, it's the second.
Actually, you know what? I want to do this one because it's dumb.
Okay, sure, that's fine. I wanted to. Oh yeah, so before we quickly wanted to wrap up. Never Alone game's great. It's got some problems with the like some of the late game stuff is really frustrating. But if you play that game co-op, it has local co-op, and it's actually really fun.
Oh, really?
I can imagine solo play being a little frustrating because you have to control both characters.
If it's a game called Never Alone and you play it co-op, why would you ever play it alone?
Exactly. Well, if you don't have someone to play with you locally, then that might be.
I mean, you're just not following the instructions set out by the name of the game. Never Alone.
It's still worth playing if you're playing by yourself. You just be.
When you start it alone, it should just automatically trigger game over.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't listen.
You're not. Yes, this level's great.
It's real good.
This level's great. Yeah. So I recommend Henry for you especially this good couch co-op game. I'd give it a shot. It's an afternoon playthrough, and again it's a little janky, but it's well worth it because you actually learn a lot from it, and it is a culture you almost never see represented in games. Basically, never see represented in games in a video game, and it's done really well.
You mean white heterosexual men? From the internet, I've heard that's way underrepresented in games.
It's very underrepresented. As you can tell, this is a game that doesn't feature any of it. It features toads, so clearly this is...
It's discrimination against humans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, man. Look at Toadette. Sliding. Yeah. This is just a great change of pace level. You really can't lose this level, really. But
no.
It's fine.
I think We should just like Henry and I could just stop talking and just let Graham talk to himself for the rest of the stream. It'd be pretty entertaining.
I have a feeling he'll do that even when the podcast is over.
Yeah, for sure. Although it isn't a podcast, Henry, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
This is a show.
Sorry,
we got
I'm
video.
I'm just picking on
Sorry.
you.
No, that's fair enough. We picked on you for saying Elegy.
Yes, Elegy.
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 Hello.
It is not. It is.
Should I get
elegy.
this star?
I need to tell myself that.
I can't decide. What if I get this star? But what if I don't get this star? What if I get this star? What if I don't get the star?
Why would you
man.
not get the star?
I gotta mull it over. Gotta pace back and forth.
For a second, it sounded like you said I have to mull it over. Like you need to grow out a mullet to decide.
That's not a phrase.
I know, but it sounded like that's what you said. I was like, is this a new thing? I don't know. Mullet's coming back? Hey, I could be.
Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, man. They're just so happy when they find the star. Then they immediately have to get another star. That's how I feel when I buy old games at stores. I'm like, yay, I got it.
You're
now
happy
I
Just
you want
immediately need to buy more, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I don't actually play them. I just buy them and then buy more of them. Oh,
See,
man.
Graham, around these parts, we actually play the games we buy.
I play games, and then I buy other different games that I don't play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you do both. You play
Yeah.
games that you buy, and then you.
I play
don't
games and
that you
I buy games. I just don't do them in the same ratio. Yeah. Oh man,
I used to have that problem.
this game is real good. You guys should buy this game.
Wait, I did.
Yeah, I'm talking to our viewers at this point.
You, the viewers.
Yeah, we've this entire time we have been talking to the viewers. I don't know.
Oh.
I hate to break the fourth wall like that.
People
but
are listening
this is
to
a
us?
show. This is a show for people to watch.
I thought it was just us hanging out.
I know it's crazy.
I shouldn't have said those things.
I know.
That I said earlier.
You know?
I'm really sorry.
Yeah. No, not a sorry.
Now everyone knows your dark secret.
Oh man.
I was gonna get out of this.
But yeah, so that'll wrap it up for this episode of Snack Time. We will be back over the holidays with a special Game of the Year edition, where we all get to talk about our favorite games of the year. We'll go ahead and give you a preview and say that unfortunately somehow, due to the rest of the staff being, I don't know, but Captain Toad is not one of our finalists for Game of the Year. It's all their fault.
That's mostly my fault. And I'm glad.
It's actually all of Henry's faults.
It's only Henry. Henry actually voted for it negative 30 times.
Suck it, Graham.
Yeah, he did a top 10 and then a worst of the year. Never put these games on any list.
I don't know
he just put Captain Toad 50 times and.
But yeah, so we'll be back right around New Year's with that episode, and then after that we will see you in 2015. Yeah, man.
Tilt the right stick to move around.
If 2015 combined has as much joy as is found in a copy of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, then we have a lot to look forward to.
We're in for a good year. Sounds good.
All right.
Cool.
Well, for Andrew and Henry, I'm Graham. See you next time.
See you guys.